the most curious member of our group. Bunny sir feels that the person who is having the hunger for the knowledge, they will join on the time. They will respect or the value the time.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's begin.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So simply, yes, success demands singleness of purpose. If your purpose is कि मुझे ये भी करना है, मुझे बुक राइटिंग भी करनी है, like मैं अपने प्रोफेशन की बात करूं, basically I'm an income tax consultant, and we are discussing today. I want to practice in GST, I want to practice in audits, I want to practice in RERA, I want to practice in project finances. Then there will be chaos. I won't be doing a single thing in proper manner with expertise. I won't be able to serve my client properly and charge them accordingly. So if, see, whoever is successful in business, in profession, or in whatever field it may be, it is just because singleness of purpose. Only one purpose. Means Bill Gates wanted to serve the world through, just me, let me disable the annotation. Yes, okay. So Bill Gates wanted to mm, that keep there are multiple icon to press when one is operating PC. So he launched Windows. He bought Windows and introduced कि घर घर में PC होना चाहिए. Singleness of purpose. The same with the other businessman, रतन टाटा, कि एक अफोर्डेबल कार देनी है मुझे, ऐसी कार जो इंडिया का कोई भी बंदा खरीद सके, नैनो लॉन्च कर दे. तो सिंगलनेस ऑफ पर्पस होती है तो ही सक्सेस मिल पाता है. अदरवाइज यू कैन डू गुड, यू कैन डू ग्रेट, बट नॉट that much successful as you would like to be. Clear? So I have been reading since 1990, and this is the book which appealed me the most, because I used to be the person whose interest in were in every field. Like physics भी अच्छा लग रहा है, मैथ्स भी अच्छा लग रहा है, केमिस्ट्री भी, इंग्लिश लिटरेचर एज वेल एज हिंदी लिटरेचर, पोएट्री, फिक्शन, मूवीज, सारी चीजें. सो I was in search of that thing, why I'm not getting successful. And now this book appears me 5 years ago, the one thing. And what this book says, वैसे एक लाइन में ये बुक खत्म हो जाती है. And this is what's the one thing. One is in capital. What's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary. Means I don't have to file my documents myself. I don't have to file the returns as an income tax consultant. I don't have to ask the documents from the client. Okay, this is the time for filing your return, so please send your documents. That is unnecessary for me to do that. So what could I do? I could delegate that to my staff, that okay, go collect the documents and file the returns. What when litigation shall come, I will enter into that matter. My job is to research and get updated on my tax matters. My focus is on to grabbing clients, marketing, and sales. So what's the one thing you can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? Now, when we do fewer things, it gets more, we can do it more effectively, isn't it? The same um, example I am practicing in income tax, GST, writing books, coaching writers, transformational course, EFT, NLP, hypnosis, and list goes on and on and on. I have done all that ना, बता रहा हूं, लेकिन मिला क्या? Nothing. So when I do many things, there are side effects. कि यार ये मीन्स पीपल थिंक ये बंदा करता क्या है यार, निखिल है क्या? लोग सामने में बोल सकते हैं कि यार यू आर वंडरफुल, you do so many things, but I know that I haven't reached that place which I deserve. Why? Just because I am doing so many things and there are side effects of them, instead of doing fewer things effectively. So why focus matters? This is very, means very beautiful example. I am going to catch 2 rabbits and I won't be able to catch other one. So this is very clear. This is a Russian proverb used in the book. If you chase 2 rabbits, you will not catch either one. Self-explanatory. Yeah? Now, the domino effect. So yeah, again, I am coming here. What's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? So you must be knowing about the dominoes effect or ripple impact. There is a bee. It sits on a flower uh, and it pollinates the other flowers and they grow. And thus tree grows, a tree grows and more trees grow. Through those trees, we make furnitures. Through those trees, the rain occurs. Through those trees, everything happens. So एक जो that a small bee, वो क्या करती है? कुछ नहीं करती है, सिंपली एक फूल के ऊपर जाके बैठती है, फिर दूसरे फूल के ऊपर जाके बैठती, पॉलिनेट करते हैं. उसका अगर आप रिपल इम्पैक्ट देखो तो वो इतना बड़ा होता है. And it is said that when we can if we get a place on earth कि हमको दूसरे यानी इतना जगह मिल जाए अर्थ के ऊपर, तो हम शायद मून को भी गिरा सकते हैं. कैसे? सिंपली एक जो माचिस की जितनी टाइल होती है उससे. दिस इज कॉल्ड डोमिनो इफेक्ट. सो स्मॉल एक्शंस, यह मेरे ख्याल में यार राजेश्वरी कोच है, पिनाकी भी है, सब डोमिनोज इफेक्ट के बारे में बहुत अच्छे से जानते ही है. तो सिंपली वो जो एक टाइल है वो दूसरी टाइल को इंपैक्ट करती है, देन थर्ड टाइल एंड सो ऑन. तो वी कैन मेक अ डेंट ऑन moon too. So a small action can trigger big results. Success is sequential, not simultaneous. So when we are doing 2 things, it is not necessary we'll get success in both the things. But when I'm doing one thing, one by one, means today I read one case law, then the next day other one, then the other day one. My knowledge in income tax shall grow and I shall get expertise in that area. Sixth lies. This is very beautifully explained. There are myths we believe that means this is our childhood संस्कारास कि ये तो सच ही है, ये भी सच नहीं है, बट दिस इज वर्केबल. अगर आप इसको सच मान लेते हो तो ये वर्क करता है. लाइक फर्स्ट मिथ इज एवरीथिंग मैटर्स इक्वली. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दिस. इज इट करेक्ट? एवरीथिंग मैटर्स इक्वली. दैट कि फैमिली में जो राशन लाना है वो मुझे लाना है, ऑफिस का अगर कुछ काम है तो वो मुझे करना है, अगर सोशल रिचुअल जो होते हैं, मे इट बी वेडिंग, मे इट बी डेथ सेरेमनी, मुझे अटेंड करना है. ये दिमाग में ना एवरीथिंग मैटर्स इक्वली. व्हाट कुड वी डू? जस्ट अप्लाई 80/20 rule, Pareto principle. Just focus on what matters you most. When I think I'll be focusing on my profession only and earning money, I can afford people who could take care of my house, who could bring ration for my day-to-day needs. I can afford people who can perform my job. Even I could be sleeping whole the day. Just I will call people and they are doing my job. What will have I have to do? Just कि वो 20 कौन सा है और वो 20 को फुल्ली यूटिलाइज करना और फोकस करना. इफ आई और ये मैंने किया भी है, इसके चमत्कार मैंने देखे हैं. जनरली आई यूज टू वेक अप बिटवीन 3 to 3:30. पूरी शांति रहती, घर में सारे सोए रहते, एंड आई फिनिश माई डे बाय 10 a.m. All the plannings, all the creative works done in those hours. Almost they come to means after removing the biological needs, 5 hours are much more for me. And after that, only mechanical tasks left. So I used to do this for 3 years, that I finish my day by 10 a.m. only. देन उसके बाद कुछ सोचना नहीं है, कुछ नहीं करना है. जो 10 a.m. तक सोचा है उसको मैकेनिकली, उसके बाद मैं एक रोबोट हूँ, मशीन हूँ. Now, what's the second lie? Is multitasking. Really, can we become a multitasker? Can I do NLP? Means I teach NLP. At the same time, I can teach hypnosis. At the same time, I can teach EFT. At the same time, I can teach how to write books. Just think. So multitasking is a myth, because when I switch from one task to another, it takes time to develop that mentality. I am uh, uh, I am speaking here. When I'll go for any litigation matter, it will take time, at least 10 to 15 minutes to focus there. And of course, when you are multitasker, it reduces productivity. The 40%, I'm not agree, means it is written by the author. That's why it is here. I'm not supporting it, neither disagreeing with it. Then the third lie, discipline. School time se we are learning how to get discipline. What does discipline means? Just think, what does it mean by discipline? If Rajeshwari says नहीं नहीं मेरा तो 11 रात को 11 बजे के बाद ही दिमाग चलना शुरू होता है, तो आई एम सेइंग ओ Rajeshwari, you are so undisciplined, how will you be successful? It is a myth. Rather than, it is about forming habits. And again, here's a data that it takes 66 days on an average to build a habit. Somebody says, some people says 21 days. Some here it is said 66. According to me, to imbibe a habit perfectly to the subconscious and means superconscious, it takes 1,000 days. Any comment on this, Pinaki? Particular on this part? Means if you will do one thing for 1,000 days, of course you won't be able to get rid of that. What's your opinion about this?
1,000 days is almost 3 years.
Yeah. This is my opinion.
Maybe I never
Now,
thought it that way.
yeah. Now, the fourth lie is willpower. कि willpower होगा तो आप कर लोगे. Did you know that your willpower gets decreased? जैसे जैसे समय गिरता है आपकी विल पावर गिरती है. आप सुबह उठे हो, वर्किंग कर रहे हो, जो विल पावर आपकी 8 AM पे होगी वो विल पावर 1 PM पे नहीं होगी. You need some energy, you need some food, you may need some rest, you may need some refreshment, you may need some entertainment. Then again the focusing question about willpower, same. Now the fifth lie, the fifth myth is a balanced life. कि सब जगह बैलेंस होना चाहिए. तो सब जगह बैलेंस होना चाहिए तो आपको सब जगह भागना भी पड़ेगा ना. This is a myth. What is your purpose? According to that purpose, what is your priority for this time? And it will create productivity. Then the sixth is big is bad. Simply, we all know the story. Means यहाँ पे सब धुरंधर लोग बैठे हैं. We all know the story that वो big rock, then वो small stones, then pebbles, then water. जरूरत तो नहीं है ना. So just live by priority. सबको वो स्टोरी पता है ना. मीन्स इज देयर एनी नीड वो एनालॉजी की.
आप बता दीजिए फिर भी कुछ लोग चुपचाप हैं.
ओके.
They are assuming what is being talked about.
Okay, simply, so if you have some, you have a beaker and a glass beaker, and you have to put big rocks, small stones, some pebbles, and water. What will you put first? Any answer?
The small
Yes.
one first.
Yes.
Small one, sir.
Small one, like, miss, I have told about four things: big rocks, small stones, pebbles, and water. So you are saying small one. Which is that thing? Okay, means pebbles. Are you saying about pebbles or water? Don't think about the right answer.
पेबल्स रखेंगे
Pebbles.
ओके, अगर मैंने वो बीकर को पेबल्स से भर दिया, अब उसमें मैं क्या डाल सकता हूँ?
Water.
ओके, वाटर से फिल कर दिया, अब क्या डाल सकता हूँ?
Sand also. If the sand, you have not said about the sand.
या आई डिडंट से। वाटर से तो भर गया ना, अब क्या उसमें कुछ और डाल सकता हूँ? सी दिस हैपेंस, मीन्स जनरली वी थिंक ओ ये सुना हुआ है कहीं पे। डोंट माइंड प्लीज, हम लोग सब एक ही फ्रेटर्निटी के है तो फ्रीली बात कर सकते हैं कि हाँ ये कहीं सुना हुआ है। सो बट simply, when you will put big rocks first, it will be filled, then there will be place for small stones. You can put small stones also. Still there is place for pebbles, and still after pebbles there will be place for water. So leave my priority. What is my priority? कि भाई अभी इधर बोलने का है कि मुझे सोने का है? Got that? And this is awesome. Generally people come to me complaining about procrastination कि यार ये जा ही नहीं रहा है. What do I suggest? ये कुछ नहीं है, आप 3 ही काम लिख लो. वो 3 काम में भी प्रायोरिटाइज नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो आप रेंडमली 3 काम उठा लो. 3 में से सोचो ये एक काम को पहले खत्म कर लेता हूं, बस यही काम करना है और कुछ करना ही नहीं है. जहां पे ये थॉट आया कि यही काम करना है, वो काम आपका कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. एंड द अदर आइडिया इज टू ब्लॉक 4 days, 4 hours, कि भैया वो जो 4 घंटे हैं मुझे वही एक काम करना है. कौन सा काम? जिससे बाकी काम या तो अननेसेसरी हो जाए या अनइम्पॉर्टेंट हो जाए. सो दिस विल नीड सम इंटेलेक्चुअल एक्सरसाइज. So I think my time is complete. So this is your turn to think that which is that one thing you can do today that will make everything else easier or unnecessary to get your purpose, to achieve your success. So simple. Any questions? You're welcome.
Yeah, Nikhil, I have a question. Like, what is the unique, most unique insight from this book? Because I see we keep hearing like one thing at a time, not multi-focus, not multitasking. These are very, general things. Like, I just want to curious about any top 3 unique insight from this particular book, which I find unique from this book.
Simply focus on one task, that one task, which will make everything else unnecessary or unimportant. Don't get indulged in small tasks which are not necessary, or anybody else could do that. दिस इज द, मैंने शुरू में ही कहा कि ये एक सेंटेंस में ये बुक खत्म हो जाती है. Just let me show this.
So what is that one task in your profession, if I can ask that?
That is being updated and reading case laws. Reading a case law takes around 3 to 4 hours deeply. The facts, what is the plea, and what is the decision, what is the order, what is the background of that.
So you're saying that this task will make other things unimportant, right? That's what you're saying.
Yes, unimportant, not means that will make means if I am engaging myself in filing returns, it is very mechanical. The data comes from the client and anybody could file that. Even my daughter could file that. If you know about GSTR 1, GSTR 3B, ITR 1, 2, 3, and 4, so on. So any person means I can teach any person to file that thing. Okay. So when that thing comes, I do that thing to teach that person how to file return. My job is over. Now it becomes mechanical, automatic. He is collecting data, filing return, collecting data, filing returns. And when it comes to a litigation, my role comes in. What do you think? Means operation is important or marketing? Means can we priorities between operation and marketing? Anybody? Means whether operations are important or marketing is important? More important means both are important. What is more important?
Operation.
Okay. Anybody else?
Marketing is important, more important, because operations can be taught to anybody and they can function it and they will be done by anyone. But marketing is to be done by the CEO.
Thank you very much, Aarti. Love that.
And I
So,
wanted to support something what you were trying to tell is the every work is important, but the work which requires you yourself involved is more important,
yes.
which cannot be done without you. That is the priority. That is what I understood from you.
Yeah. Quite right. So operations are also important. Marketing is also important. But when I will market, it will have an impact. The operation is uh, back office work. Could be done by anybody.
No, you think if I talk about IT industry, do you think IT operation can be done by anybody?
IT as in income tax or information technology?
IT information technology.
Yes, it is mechanical.
But they are the highest paid industry in the world. If I talk
See,
about
just okay, I get that. See, I send my staff to uh, collect to either sell to take orders. Okay, maybe I'm a manufacturer, trader, or a professional, and I say 10 people go to different places and take orders for my company. What will happen? They will go and perform, but won't perform as I can do that. When I will talk someone for order, I'll be putting my everything in it. I'm not talking about small orders. See, I'm not talking about a mechanical thing. But miss, when I'll be looking over the sales thing, that area is the most critical part of my organization, isn't it? Yes, Manish, please.
Yeah, see, my thing is that initially I understand that you have to, one has to very much focus on marketing also. But if you have a very strong operation, let's say Apple, like you have Apple phone, or okay, or Maruti in India, right? They don't see, people know that what is the operation of those companies, right? So then you
Yeah.
don't have to put much focus on your marketing. So it's all about what is the priority right now as per the market requirement. Yeah. So, but I believe that operation in long run is more powerful
Of
because
course. Of
people
course,
like
if I have taken the orders and I am not serving, मेरा नाम ही खराब होगा, मेरी कंपनी का नाम खराब होगा. ऑर्डर्स ले लिए मैंने बट सर्व नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, डिलीवर नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. So of course, operation is also important. But see, if I have to look after operations and sales, what shall I choose? Well, what do you do, Manish?
I'm a basically software
I
engineer,
would
but I'm
like
in.
to, sorry, sir, I would like to interrupt. I think both of you connect on the personal window.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Manish. And I would like to thank Nikhil, sir, for this wonderful sharing. Yeah, some of the time I go through this, and this really matters a lot for me. Once again, repeating this, all the small stories, the nuggets that you have given, the experiences, the one thing that will make my other things very easy in my life. I think this was a very valuable session from your side, sir. Thank you so much. And after long time we are meeting, I have seen you and your wonderful presentation during the time of Vasu, sir. Thank you so much for giving your time. It really means a lot to me to run the show at least. Okay, so now I would like to request Pinaki, sir, to proceed for his presentation, sir.
Wow. So finally got an opportunity. So that's the one thing I was waiting for this evening. कब मेरा बुलावा आएगा? You know. मनीष, दुकान चलाने वाले बहुत लोग मिल जाएंगे. दुकान को चलाने के लिए जो लोगों की जरूरत है उसके लिए आप ही को आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा. So operation can be managed by people, but marketing के लिए you need people who are very good at selling you. Okay. Yeah. So like as I always say, like when we talk about artificial intelligence, I say there are 3 AIs which is running the world today. One AI is artificial intelligence, though it's a new thing which has come up. हमें अभी पता चला, but it is there for a long time, more than 5 decades it is there. People who are using it almost for last 2 decades are the ones who are working on the second AI, which is attention and influence. They are influencing you to pay your attention to them. All these social medias are just like that. They are doing their best to influence you so that you pay your attention to them instead of doing your own work. They make your attention towards them the one thing. And for that one thing, they are putting all their efforts to influence you. If they fail to influence you, if they don't get customers like you and me, they cannot run their business. Backend can be handled by anybody. Backend handle करने को बहुत लोग मिल जाएंगे. Because there are people who love to handle only the backends. For them, that is the one thing. And the third AI, which is running the show, where people are actually making the differences, which I call apna intelligence. Yeah. So I'm not an AI expert, but I can hire AI experts to get my job done. So my one thing is to do the things which I am good at, which I can do, which others cannot do. For example, right now I'm using AI of Zoom to take care of this session. है ना? उसके पीछे हजारों लोग मेरे लिए अभी काम कर रहे हैं. I'm doing getting it the whole thing for free. Yes, संजना, अपना इंटेलिजेंस से सब कुछ है. आप अपना इंटेलिजेंस कहाँ लाओगे? That is going to give you the results that you are looking forward to. It's all your apna. That is the AI which is the most important AI you should focus on. Everybody should focus. If there is one AI that you should focus on, that should be your apna intelligence. Okay, so what I'm going to talk tonight is something very, very amazing, and These are all connected, what I was just sharing. So I have about okay, good, 19 minutes I have. Good. So before we start this, let me ask one question to all of you, and I will strongly recommend each of you to be active. कुछ भी हो सकता है, आपकी जिंदगी बदल सकता है in 19 minutes. But I am very good at transforming people in minutes. Okay, because I know when I do it, people do it on their own. So my question is, fairness is treating people dash. What is it is for you? Listen to this question very carefully. Fairness is treating people dash. What that dash is for you? Fairness is treating people
equally.
Okay, what else? I really want everybody's participation because the model of the world is unique of everybody. Yes, that's what NLP taught us. Every human being has a unique model of the world. So what is that one thing that you believe that fairness is treating people all about? Fairness is treating people dash. It could be equally, it could be differently, it could be many things. So what do you mean when you talk about treating people fairly? आपके दिमाग में क्या सोच आता है? If it is in one word, what is that one word? That treating people fairly means this. One word. Good. Let me read out some inputs. Okay, let me read out some inputs.
Pinaki, are you saying treating or cheating?
TREATING.
Treating. Okay, okay.
Cheating mat sunna. Then you will be doing something else. Okay. So 100%
I have heard cheating. That's why I was surprised. How Pinaki is talking about cheating. How is it possible?
Absolutely, absolutely. Good. So I have to improve my vocabulary, improve my way of speaking so that treating shouldn't sound like cheating. Good.
What you want them to do with you means how you want to be treated.
Okay, so let's come to the session. So what is treating fairly means to you? The question is very simple. Fairness is treating people dash. Treating people how is fairness for you?
How you want to be treated?
Smartly.
Okay. What else? People, please participate. If you don't participate, you are missing out.
Smartly.
Okay, fairness is treating people smartly. If you treat everybody smartly, that is what fairness is all about. Okay.
Yeah.
Non-judgmental. Okay. Non-judgmental.
Non-judgmental. Okay. What else?
For me, it is
according to their
integrity.
needs and requirements.
Okay.
Divinity.
Fairly. Very good.
Divinity.
So, uniquely.
Divinity.
Okay. Good. So fairness
Integrity.
is pardon, integrity. Okay. Good. Unconditional acceptance, win-win, happily. How they need to be treated with their requirements. Fairness is treating people dash. So, okay, somebody said divine as own self, integrity differently, treating no judgment, empathy, accept as they are. And what else? Good. Smartly covers all aspects. Good. So, to me, listen to this statement very carefully. To me, fairness is treating people differently. And only one person said something which is close to this this point, that how they need to be treated. There was another entry with their requirement.
Pinaki, that smartly is right. You make everybody happy, right? That's it. In your own way.
Okay, so the point is that everybody needs to be treated differently as the way they are. That is what fair treatment is all about. If you treat people equally, then you are missing out on many things. Okay, equality of opportunity, but not of outcomes. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, Rahul. Fantastic. So I'll share something amazing tonight. Okay. See, Jim Rohn says, Jim Rohn, who is the mentor of Tony Robbins. In fact, Tony Robbins became Tony Robbins when he attended the first training which was given by Jim Rohn, and for that he had the first learning that he had from Jim Rohn is this statement. And how come this statement came up? Tony Robbins attended a master class of Jim Rohn, and he was super excited. He was sitting at the back of the session. Somebody just introduced him that why don't you come over, because you are going through so tough times in your life. Just listen to this guy. हो सकता है तुम्हारी जिंदगी बदल जाए. He was there and he was super duper excited to attend the training, but he didn't have money. So he went up to Jim Rohn and he asked that, I promise you, if you allow me to do your session, I'll learn from that session and I will get that money and I'll pay it to you. That's what he said to Jim Rohn. You know what Jim Rohn said? So he had about 3 weeks of time to get that money for the training program. Jim Rohn said very simple thing. He said, you are the average of 5 people you spend most of your time with. Change your company. You are the average of 5 people you spend most of your time with. It includes everybody. So wherever you are right now, if you want to come from there to here, if you really want to attend my training program and pay for it in full, change your company. One thing. If you need that one thing to make your life different, the one thing, the starting point is find out the people who really deserve your attention and vice versa. Find out people who really deserves your attention and vice versa. You know, you may be looking for them, but they don't need you because they are already successful in their own life. They may not pay any attention to, they may not pay any, they do not express any intention to be in your company. This is quite likely, right? वो आपको क्यों समय देंगे? So you focus on that one thing which makes them you desirable and vice versa. Okay, I am sharing one technique to do that. This is a very powerful technique, very common. I don't know how many of you are aware of it, but this is one of the techniques which I really love. Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen and let's see how many of you are aware of it. Okay, so can you all see it?
Yes, yes. You can see it very clearly.
Good. I just want to raise your hand to let me know how many of you are aware of it. I don't want you to even know that whether you are aware of it or not. If you're only aware of it, only you raise your hand, that virtual hand. Can you do that? मैं आपसे कुछ काम करवा रहा हूँ because I want you to be active and interactive throughout the session. And otherwise you will be passive and you won't get the value. Okay, can you show that hand? Can you show there something जिससे मुझे पता चले? Virtual hand, thumbs up, कुछ भी जो भी दिखता है. Good. Yeah, राहुल ने दिखा दिया कौन सा है. Any reaction? React. All right, so let me come back to the session. Now, this is called capability and commitment matrix or commitment capability matrix. What is important here? What kind of people you are supposed to engage yourself with, that is going to define the quality of your life. And now half of the year is gone. Probably you had your own wishes, your own dreams that you would like to fulfill over next 6 months. एक साल का पूरा आपने कुछ शुरू किया था एक साल पहले कि ये कुछ करना है. Probably you are somewhere on that route, on that road. Probably you are nowhere on that road. Wherever you are, if you really want to make it happen over next 6 months, the starting point is you need to change the people with whom you are interacting 24 hours by 24/7. That is the only starting point. That is the only one thing that you need to get done before you take or do anything else. Okay, and I am giving one tool to identify who can be those people. So in this graph, if you notice carefully in this matrix, there are 4 quadrants. Okay, so let us start with the first quadrant, which is right at the bottom left. People with low capability and low commitment. Actually start thinking, who are those people? Let me tell you honestly, you won't love to get this number, but 70% of the people whom we are interacting throughout the day are from that quadrant number 1, low capability, low commitment people. 70% of people on an average that you interact with throughout the day are people who are low capability and low commitment. इसका अगर हम सिंपल तरीके से समझ लें तो 70% of your energy is just getting wasted because you are interacting with those people. Okay, now there are many ways to identify them. I'm not getting into details right now because we are having shortage of time. However, what is important is to be clear about it, that yes, I am spending my time or investing my time with a big chunk of people who are not adding any value in my life. Okay, these are the people who are normally inconsistent in contribution and missing deadlines. They are not good in communication issues and they naturally lack engagement. Okay, good. Next comes this one, which is low commitment and high capability people, which is here on the top, just above this low capability, low commitment. High capability, low commitment. They are very good in skills, but they have very low commitment. You will find such people also. They almost constitute around 10% of the people who we interact with throughout the day. They have very good skills, but they have very low commitment. Very low commitment. Okay, so you have to identify who are those people. You have actually need to figure out that जिनके साथ आप उठ रहे हो बैठ रहे हो, what kind of people they are. So if they are low in commitment, they are of actually no use for you. At least for next 6 months, you can keep them away from your list, from your interaction list. There are many WhatsApp groups also like this, which are high capability group, but low commitment. Very good people are there in that group, but it's very low in commitment. In fact, people in that group, they do not even follow the commitment of that group. Okay, then comes the third one, which is just on the bottom right, low capability and high commitment people. लो कैपेबिलिटी पीपल ऐसे होते हैं जिनको कुछ काम करना कुछ खास आता नहीं, बट दे आर वेरी हाईली कमिटेड. दे डू वॉट एवर दे डू विद गुड कमिटमेंट. वो दे विल टेल यू दैट मैं आपके लिए कर दूंगा, मैं आपके लिए वो कर दूंगा. यू विल फाइंड देम एवरीवेयर, एंड देयर आर मेनी सच पीपल हु आर लो कैपेबिलिटी बट हाई कमिटमेंट. मतलब उनके पास स्किल सेट के नाम से जो चीज है वो बहुत ही कम है, बट दे आर हाईली कमिटेड. दे आर हाईली कमिटेड. Almost 10% of people are like that also. आपको मिलेगा ऐसे लोग, जो लोग बहुत committed है. They are doing their job with full commitment. but they are not improving their skill set. वो लोग अपने आप को अपस्किल करेंगे ही नहीं. इवन कोविड में उन्होंने अपने आप को नहीं किया अपस्किल. जैसा था वैसे ही रह गए. बट दे आर हाईली कमिटेड. कमिटमेंट के नाम से आपको उनमें कोई कमी नहीं दिखेगी. Then comes the high capability and high commitment people on the top right. आपको एक चीज और आइडेंटिफाई करना है. बाय द वे, ये तो हम दूसरों की बात करें, that you will find such people. You have to ask yourself, आप इनमें से कौन से क्वाड्रेंट में आते हो खुद. Whatever dream you had, whatever wish you had to fulfill by the end of this year, if you just take that one dream, take that one goal, just take that one goal and ask yourself, इन चारों क्वाड्रेंट में आप कहां पे हो before looking for others. You could be in a low capability, low commitment zone also. कि वहां पे आपको जो स्किल डेवलप करना आप नहीं कर रहे हो, वहां पे आपको जो कमिटमेंट डालना आप नहीं डाल रहे हो. You are doing everything else, but you are not doing anything in that area. Even you are not even committing 10 minutes or 15 minutes of time. You could be high capability and low commitment person. Like आप जगह जगह से training ले रहे हो. Every weekend you are taking training. You are attending some training, free training, maybe 100 rupees training, 200 rupees training. आप attend कर रहे हो. field day session attend करते हो. मेरे sessions attend करते हो. Saturday सुबह 7 बजे एक session होता है, उसको भी आप attend करते हो. Skilling on Saturdays. You are attending many book reading groups, book reading clubs. High capability, but low commitment. Low commitment means you are not committed to fulfill that dream or that goal that you created for yourself by the beginning of this year. Skill set develop कर रहे हो, लेकिन उसके लिए उस फुल ड्रीम को फुलफिल करने के लिए जो आपको कमिटमेंट डाला वो आप नहीं डाल रहे. Neither you are disciplined, neither you are determined, neither you are dedicated. इन तीनों डी के साथ आपका कोई रिलेशनशिप नहीं है. As far as fulfilling or fulfilling the criteria to achieve that goal which you have set for yourself by the end of this year, you are doing everything else. Then the last thing is the high capability and high commitment. What I'm essentially inviting you to be that person first. You know, law of attraction कैसे काम करता है? Like attracts like. First you become that. नहीं तो अभी आपके जिंदगी में जो भी हो रहा है ना, it is a reflection of what kind of person you are. The reflection. यहाँ पे भी पेरेटो प्रिंसिपल काम कर सकता है. If you become high capability and high commitment person, you can apply your 80% commitment there, at least over next 6 months. बाकी 20% आप बाकी 3 जगह पे दो. आपके your life will be also filled with that kind of person, because like will attract like. आप वही attract करोगे जैसे आप हो. आप वही attract करोगे जैसे आप बन रहे हो. मैं बनने की तैयारी की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं एक्चुअली कह रहा हूं बन रहे हो. Emotionally, mentally, you are already ready. It's not about skill set, it's all about mindset. Skill set बहुतों के पास है. You still have the skill set, but if you don't have the mindset to get that skill into results, into action and get results, those skill sets are actually of no use for you. आपको किताब पढ़ना आता है, लेकिन किताब पढ़ने का आपके पास टाइम नहीं. क्या फायदा? Skill set. You can walk, but you don't have time to walk for your health. Mindset की कमी है, skill set की कमी नहीं. So let me come back. What do you see for yourself now? That one thing. I just want all of you to at least give me this answer. लिख के दो, बोल के दो, जैसे दो. With this new awareness that we just got right now over last 19 minutes, I completed in 19 minutes. Good job. So, what is that one thing that you could see for yourself possible now with this new awareness?
So I have to
बोलो,
find
जो
out.
बोलोगे वही मिलने वाला है.
So I have to find out the 5 people to whom I have to hang out in a whole day. And then I have to come in the block of high capability and high commitment. For
Okay.
that, 3D is required. I love to speak, and for that, I'm working. I'm getting the opportunity.
Good. Who else? Who else? Can you see the connection between the question which I asked?
Repeat your question, please.
The question was fairness is treating people. Dash.
And what did you ask now?
What I asked that with all this new awareness which I just shared with you about commitment and capability, what do you see possible for yourself now? I'm in yellow zone. Speak out. आप जो बोलोगे ना वही यूनिवर्स में जाएगा, उसी का वाइब्रेशन जाएगा, and then you can attract it. If you don't speak, वो कहीं नहीं जाने वाला है. दिमाग में रखने से कुछ होता नहीं है. Yes. Go
Yeah,
ahead, buddy.
in my opinion, whatever means people में के अंदर मैं भी आता हूँ. Okay. So whatever I say to anybody or myself, I deliver that. That is for me. I said I will be here and deliver a lecture on one thing, and I am here and delivering lecture on one thing. When I say Nikhil, you will be win that case, and I will be winning that case.
Brilliant. So what else? What others can see? What is that one thing you can see for yourself now?
Pinaki serving more courses because there I get my kind of people and I love it. So I'm going to do it many more. And it's happening. It's already happening.
Good. Sumita ji is attending my business trainings also nowadays.
Pardon?
I'm saying Sumita is also attending my business trainings nowadays.
Thank God, because this was never in my mind business.
This model which I shared with you, this is actually a business model. This model is designed for employers, owners of an organization. कि आपके कंपनी में 4 तरीके के लोग मिलेंगे. If you want to build a good organization, where you should focus on how to treat these people. इन लोगों के साथ आप कैसे ट्रीट करोगे, किसके साथ कैसे ट्रीट करोगे. I just modeled it in a different way so that you can apply it in your own personal success. You can build a team. उनके पास तो टीम ऑलरेडी है, टीम को मैनेज करना होता है. यहाँ पे आपके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी है, you can build a team. Sanjana, there is no book name, there is only a picture. I'll just share that picture. I'll share it in the group. बुक में आएगा अभी, जो किताब में लिख रहा हूँ उसमें एक चैप्टर इसका भी होगा.
पिनाकी एक चीज बहुत क्लियर है, आप हिला देते हो, मैंने वो लिखा भी है. आप हिला देते हो इंसान को. You have to shake your head all the time. Good. I'm happy.
See, that is the one thing which I do, Sumedha ma'am. मेरा सारा दिन का एक ही कमिटमेंट है, अगर मैंने एक भी इंसान को अपलिफ्ट कर लिया, my purpose is fulfilled of this life. That is the only success I look for. Nothing else is successful for me. I do not find success in anywhere else. I tell myself I'm successful if I could uplift somebody. You know, I follow a 6U principle. 6U, Rajeshwari has here, because she's in my training. So I follow 6U principle in my NLP in action program. And the first U starts with unlearn. Unlearn. पहले वो सब चीज को भूल जाओ जो तुम्हारे लिए कोई काम नहीं कर रहा है. Things which are not serving you, just stop them, forget them, put them aside. That is the starting one, unlearn. Followed by update. आपको किस चीज में अपने आप को अपडेट करना है, पहले अपडेट लो, पता करो मैं कहाँ पे हूँ, कैलिब्रेट करो, वेयर एम आई, और इस टीम को फुलफिल करने के लिए मेरे को क्या क्या एरिया में मुझे अपडेट करना है. आफ्टर अपडेट कम्स अपग्रेड. नाउ यू स्टार्ट टेकिंग एक्शंस so that you can upgrade yourself. Upgrade के बाद आता है upskill. Now you have upgraded, now you know which are the skills you need to develop. As you develop those skills, next step is upscale. Now you have developed those skills, now you have to make those skills much better. आपको उसमें इतना काबिलियत होना पड़ेगा, काबिल होना पड़ेगा, so that you can transfer that skill to somebody. That is what upscaling is all about. Once you are upscaled, the next thing which remains is uplifting others. And let me tell you why you need to uplift people. If you do not uplift people who are around you, you cannot stay up. आप ऊपर नहीं रह पाओगे. So if you want to stay uplifted, make sure people are uplifting themselves. मुर्दे को भी शमशान घाट तक जाने के लिए 4 कंधे की जरूरत होती है ना? So ensure that if you want to stay uplifted, people in your life should be uplifted. और उन लोगों का अपलिफ्ट करना आपका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, उनका नहीं है. उनका अपलिफ्ट करना, उनका अपलिफ्ट रखना, ये आपका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनता है. Because only then they can carry you on their shoulders. है ना? जिंदा रहते उनके शोल्डर में चढ़ने मजा है ना. मरने के बाद तो वैसे ही 4 लोग उठा देंगे, पता भी नहीं चलेगा कौन कौन उठा रहा है. Okay, so focus on this. This is a very powerful tool जो मैंने आपके साथ शेयर किया. And start becoming that 1% first before looking for those people. Looking for those people आपको मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, मेहनत सारा यहाँ पे करना है. You know, even when you are competing with somebody, you need to work here, work on yourself. You become that person first, law of attraction will create the magic. आपको बाकी लोग वैसे ही मिल जाएंगे, आपको कुछ खास मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी उनको मंगवाने के लिए और टू गेट देम क्लोज टू यू, क्योंकि आप वही वाइब्रेशंस यूनिवर्स में छोड़ रहे हो. You know how law of attraction works? What is the most important part of law of attraction? जिनको पता वो मत बताना, जिनको नहीं पता वो बताना. What is the most important part of law of attraction? Like, when do you know that law of attraction is going to work for you? How do you know? I'll take few minutes more. Can I, Rajeshwari? Okay. So what is that one thing that is required to make law of attraction work for you? What is that one thing?
Your thoughts and beliefs.
No. What is that one thing? One thing. It is, in fact, it is already hidden inside. It is already there inside law of attraction. अगर आप ध्यान से देखोगे तो आपको नजर आएगा. It is already there.
Action.
Yes, the last 6 letters. The last 6 letters. आप जहां पे एक्शन डालोगे वहीं से मैनिफेस्टेशन आएगा. और एक्शन किसको डालना है? किसको डालना है एक्शन? And when you put that action, you create that vibration in the quantum field around you. उन सब के frequencies आप छोड़ना शुरू करते हो. And as you start doing it, people who are having the same frequencies, they will start connecting with you. You will automatically attract them. तो ढूंढने की जरूरत नहीं है, बनो.
See, to reach your destination, you have to move. So you have to take action, right? So you cannot.
Absolutely. You need to take the move. आपको मिल जाएगा. आप रास्ते में उतरो, आपको ऑटो वाला भी मिल जाएगा, कैब वाला भी मिल जाएगा, गूगल मैप्स मिल जाएगा. डेस्टिनेशन वो बता देगा कौन से ट्रांसपोर्ट मोड यूज करने से कितना टाइम लगेगा आपको पहुंचने में, कहाँ पे बारिश हो रही है, कहाँ पे रोड ब्लॉक है, वो सब मिल जाएगा. आप निकल तो जाओ पहले. यूनिवर्स विल अरेंज एवरीथिंग. एब्सोल्युटली. बहुत सारे मैसेज चैट में आ रहा है यार. एफईएलटी में लोग कितना मैसेज डाल रहे हैं आज. मजा आ गया. जिसको कनेक्ट होना है हायर एनर्जी से, एब्सोल्युटली साक्षी. विजुअलाइजेशन, अवेयरनेस, सो ट्रू. लिविंग फॉर अनदर प्रायोरिटी. संजना, थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग हियर. If action is taken in the wrong direction, that also does not help. Clarity plus action. Absolutely, Somita. आप जिस डायरेक्शन में एक्शन डालोगे वही आपको मिलेगा, है ना. अगर आप दूध से नहाओगे तो दूध से ही धुलोगे, पानी से नहाओगे तो पानी से ही धुलोगे. It's your choice. Many people don't go out when it rains. They think that if I go out, I will get cold, I will get infection, ये वो, है ना. जो सोचते हैं उनको होता नहीं, जो सोचता है उन्हीं को होता है. आप एक्शन लो. बारिश में नहाने का मजा लेने के लिए एक्शन लो, मजा मिलेगा. और अगर दुखी होने के लिए एक्शन लोगे तो दुखी मिलेगा एट द एंड. आप वही वाइब्रेशन डालो ना. निकल भी रहे हो, सोच रहे हो पता नहीं क्या होगा, पता नहीं क्या होगा, हवा चल रही है, ठंड लग रही है, कपड़े भीग रहे हैं. यू आर अट्रैक्टिंग. आई प्ले ऑन रेन लाइक किड्स. एब्सोल्युटली आरती, बिल्कुल ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. गुड. आई बिलीव आई कुड एड लॉट ऑफ वैल्यू टू योर last 30 minutes. Thank you so much. More than that, almost 45 minutes. Yeah. अच्छा, अभी आपके लिए एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट काम है. वो काम क्या जानते हैं? विच आई ऑलवेज टेल इन ऑल माई ट्रेनिंग सेशंस. मैं आपको जो कुछ देता हूँ ना, ये सब रॉयल्टी फ्री है, लॉयल्टी फ्री है ना. आपको इसके लिए कुछ पैसे देने की जरूरत नहीं. बट इफ यू रियली वांट टू लर्न दिस, go and teach. Anything that you learn when you go and teach others, anything that you learn, that you have learned till date, you learned it when you taught somebody else. किसी आपने कम से कम किसी को बताया. You know, many things you learn when you write in exams, है ना. जिंदगी भर याद रहता है, अरे वो क्वेश्चन था, उसका मैंने ऐसे जवाब दिया था, है ना. So whatever I shared with you, just go and share it with somebody.
So when you teach others, you know what you know and what you don't know.
I don't teach anybody.
No, I'm just
yes,
saying.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. When you make an attempt to share it with others, chalo language change kar deta hu, but that is the point. When you make an attempt to share it with others, you learn it. Actually, you learn it. आपको पता चलता है कि आपको क्या पता चला और क्या पता नहीं था. All right. Thank you so much, wonderful angels, for this wonderful evening. Enjoy your weekend.
So
FELD Zindabad.
1 minute, if Rajeshwari allows me.
What do you want to share, Manisa?
Just some piece of wisdom that I learned this week. So you know, I had been following Cristiano Ronaldo this week. You know how he lives, how he thinks, and how he acts, and what is the approach towards his game and success. So what he says is, you know, first you have to believe in yourself, your talent, your skill, your ability to achieve something big. Because believing is like something achieving it already halfway. So when you have a strong belief system that yes, I'm willing to work hard, I'm willing to give everything what it needs to take. So just to start believing in yourself, it's just like, you know, your job is half done already. Because believing is a very strong thing. Because that when you believe, only then you take action, right? And the second most important thing he shared is that always listen to people who know more than you. right? So you have to find people who know more than you, and you have to listen to them and be obsessed with your success. You know, act with commitment, not feelings. Act with action, not emotions. So I just follow him regularly, and I can see the change in myself every single day. So just thought of sharing with you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manish. So it was really a wonderful session. Thank you, Nikhil sir and Pinaki sir. Both of you have just set the momentum. I know more people will be coming and sharing. Thank you so much. It was really a wonderful session for me and for others also. And I will request other member also, if they get the time, do share whatever you are learning and whatever the new work you are doing with us. It will really helps others and to run the so well Friday session. It's very important for me and for everyone. Thank you so much. So with your permission, we are concluding the session today.
Thanks,
I
Rajeshwari.
want Pinaki ji to repeat that list. Unlearn.
अभी इसका रिकॉर्डिंग शेयर करेगी राजेश्वरी, सुन लेना।
नहीं अभी अभी आप रिपीट करो।
पैसे ट्रांसफर करोगे ना मेरे मोबाइल नंबर पे?
करेंगे।
ओके, यू हैव टू ट्रांसफर 111 111 रुपए ट्रांसफर करना है, ठीक? दैट इज आल्सो गिव दैट। ओके राजेश्वरी, आप ही बता दो।
And the first one is learn.
I will transfer only if Pinaki ji is repeating.
Okay, okay.
अच्छा चलो, so the first one is unlearn, followed by update, followed by upgrade. लिख लो जिसको लिखना है लिख लो। Unlearn, update, then upgrade, then upskill, then upscale,
and uplift people.
Update.
मैंने पहले ही सब लिख लिया था।
That both the speaker has done today. Nikhil sir with the one thing.
Well, Rajeshwari, you may note that unlearning पे कभी मेरा रख लेना.
Okay, sir, sure.
Yeah, unlearning, because that is the most critical part. बाकी तो upskilling and वो उतना Pinaki is agree with me. How to unlearn? वो मेरा कभी के लिए लिख लेना 15-20 दिन बाद.
And one more thing is, Nikhil ji, what to unlearn. That is most important. What to unlearn.
It is up to you.
Means that one need to be means defined and need to be selected, that what we need to unlearn.
It is up to you. What do you want to unlearn? See, I start smoking. Okay. Now, it is up to me whether I want to stop smoking or not.
Agree.
I used to eat fruits in my breakfast. Now it is up to me whether I want to stop it or not. There are people who say बाद में वो miss usually I have seen in Maharashtrian people वो बात में ऐसा करते हैं. So if you would like to unlearn that, it is up to you. What do you want to unlearn which is not contributing to you? It is negative for you.
As they show the baby.
All right, so can we close the session?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Have a good night,
No,
everyone.
Pinaki.
Night. Have a great weekend.
Something more.